IPOB bụ ekele m sike onye Chibike ya zere abịakwala m ọzọ. Ọ bụ NDS Opinion TV. Anyị na-agba eziokwu n'anwụ. Abụkwana m onye udo. Udo ka m na-achọsi ike na ndụ m. Ọgba aghara eji adị m mma n'ahụ ma ọlị. I prefer peace than trouble. So I do everything possible to avoid trouble in my life. But I know it is not easy to stay out of trouble always. Once in a while, trouble will find its way to get into you. But if you can withstand and give up the right, at times that makes you who you are. For what is ahead of you is greater than what you are saying just now. I don't show face. Now, NDS Opinion TV. I belong to Simon Ekpa, the Autopilot. I belong to DOS, Chike Doziem. His body of IPOB now divided. The IPOB struggle, the Biafran struggle, is it now divided? This is my question. I've made the first video where I asked series of questions. I've made second video where I also asked series of questions and why they should reconcile. And now this is the third one. See, others have been trying to champion Simon Ekpa that is on the right track. And others also championing DOS that they're on the right track. Good and fine. Let me say every party are on the right track. But there is a wrong spelling in between two of them. That is division. They said, divided will fall, the united will stand. And you can never say, if Christ, during his time here on earth, among the 12, if there could be one Judas, then definitely you can't take away Judas in any organization. Even in the midst of Simon Ekpa now, if you trace it deeply, you find one Judas in his own midst. In the midst of Simon Ekpa, if you trace deeply, you find one Sabo that is in that Autopilot, digging deep on daily basis to find one fault he will use to nail Simon Ekpa. When he goes into the DOS, if you dig deep, you will still find another Sabo digging deep, dishing out informations on which Simon Ekpa is using to criticize DOS. If actually what Simon Ekpa is saying that DOS are part of the people that betrayed Mazi. If you dig deep in between these two persons, you find Judas Iscariot, who loved money more than the struggle. Sometimes wisdom will kill me. Mazi was betrayed by Judas for love of money. Simon Ekpa, so much attempts has been made to get him arrested, to get him extradited back to Nigeria by Judas for love of money. DOS, even though with their gentlemanism, DOS, the very Judas Iscariot in their midst, is digging deep, dishing out informations, both the ones that are true and untrue, so that their image will be tarnished and they will be rendered weak, so they will remain ineffective. This is what the enemy is looking for. The disciples came to Christ and said, Master, you planted the corn, but there in the farmland, we found that wheat has actually taken over the corn. Should we go and destroy those wheat? He said, no. Allow them to grow together. Allow them to grow together. When it comes to the time of harvest, we will first of all fish out those wheat, bundle them and destroy them before harvesting our corn. This is wisdom. This is wisdom. This is something we should have learned. You see, in this struggle, you can't take away Sabo, you can't take away Judas Iscariot from it. And this is the reason, even when you spot them out, when you spot out the evil ones, you don't fight them immediately. You behave as if you don't know that they are there. But you deny them. What you should be doing is to deny them the right informations Always give them the first information so they will keep on selling the informations. Why you have chosen the masters, you have chosen the remaining 11 disciples who you will give her the very right informations. Yes. When you, even in the football, those who play football, if you want to weaken Messi not to get to the post and score, tackle those who will feed him with the pass. Make sure you deny him the accurate pass. That will be the only thing that Messi will be rendered irrelevant or incapacitated in a field of play. That will be the only time that Cristiano Ronaldo will be rendered irrelevant, except they manage to hustle and get ball on their own. But if you keep on attacking their legs, you keep on receiving red card. If you keep on attacking Messi and Ronaldo directly, you keep on receiving red card and you'll be fished out of the field of play. And then your opponent will have a score of goals. If these people will get common sense, both the DOS and Simon Ekpa, if you get the right information about DOS, keep it to yourself. If truly you are working for the progress of Biafra. If DOS, if you get any information about Simon Ekpa, keep it to yourself. If you are working for the goal of Biafra, when the hatch is done, they will know which is the right chicken to work with and wants to fisher out. But if you began to fisher them out at the time of the struggle when it is not yet done, you weaken the whole wings. The whole wings will become so weak. All the wings will become so weak. I've been saying this. I'm not just a content creator for this, but to give us the right facts of what we should know. Igwa nkewe eziokwu. N'ime na onye awe onye iro gị naanị ihe ị ga-emewu ị ga na-amọdịrị okwu ndị ị ga na-agwa ị ga-amọdịrị nkata gị na ya ga na-akpa. Ịmata na onye a bụ sabo n'etiti gị ị ga-amọdịrị nkata gị na ya ga na-akpa. And this is one of the mistakes our leader did, Mazi. And when they push out these people, they will go and give out the right information. They will go and give out every tactics and get into you and begin to destroy you internally. This is what we don't know. When your enemies succeed getting the information, they'll go and release the information and begin to destroy you from within. But when you feed them with the wrong information, and when you see that wrong information circulating, you know that, yeah, this is the right enemy. Because others don't have that information. You only giving that wrong information for him to expose himself. And when finally you have spotted that, yes, this is the only person you gave this wrong information, and this should be the only person that must have sold out this information, then you know that he is the enemy, and then you begin to track him. But you coming to fight DOS fighting Simon Ekpa, at the end of the day, we have no leader. With Mazi in detention, IPOB has no leader for now. Because DOS and Simon Ekpa are just fighting each other. The Anna cat and dog means there's no leader. All of you are now fighting for stomach infrastructure, content makers, content creators. Until you resolve your differences and come as one umbrella, even though you voice from different angles. But let it be that after the voicing, two of you must have agreed that yes, this is one that we should go with, and this is one we should avoid. That will be the only time you will say that yes, you are fighting for the Biafra. Now, Simon Ekpa pleading for the world who will support them with arms to come forward. He shouldn't have come out openly for now. That's my own opinion. He shouldn't have come openly now. This should be an agreement between Simon Ekpa and DOS, so that two of them will support each other. But when you fight your fellow brother, when you fight DOS and be making this request, DOS will go at your back, countering it. And that's to say that we are heading nowhere. And whereby Angel Zaga, if we continue in this manner, take it or leave it. If you like, hate me. If you like, love me. I must say the truth. If we keep on fighting each other in this manner, we are heading nowhere. Fat. Until we resolve this issue of divide and rule, we are heading nowhere. Udo dirono.